And we're back.
And we are back at the Cavalry, close to being live. 2 days out.
This is the closest we've ever been. This would be a hot post-Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah, very timely.
We can talk about stuff that's just happened, you know?
That's right.
Like,
as long as nothing huge happens tomorrow, this is going to be a very up-to-date episode.
It's so pointless for this show to be... To be like, because we're not topical at all. Like,
I know. We don't talk about current events.
We don't really talk about the news of the day, so it really doesn't matter. The new variant. That's so funny. Like the Omicron or whatever. Heidi and I were talking about that last night. It's just like, whatever. I'm at this point, I don't know where you're at with variants.
I don't know what the Omicron is.
You don't know? There's a new variant. This is the news of the day. That's why I was bringing it up.
Oh, okay.
There's like some new unbeatable variant, and we're all gonna, get new COVID. They're like, it's gonna break the vaccines, all this stuff, and you're like, whatever, man. I can't. We're all gonna get it. We're all gonna die one day. I can't. It doesn't affect me anymore. It's like I have no panic left in me. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. But did you have a good Thanksgiving?
I did. We hosted.
Oh, did you make the turkey?
Yeah, I did, and I lost my temper. Like, I don't know how to cut a turkey. I ripped off I had a YouTube video on my phone as I'm cutting it while we're hosting. So it was just, I was just so like, oh God, this is, and I couldn't. The video did not match the turkey in front of me. Like, they have this perfect symmetrical coloring book turkey on the video that this guy's cutting and carving the wishbone out of, and I'm like, I don't even know which end this is supposed to match up with.
But I don't understand. Who cares? If you get to the point where you're just carving it, just pull the meat off the. I
just washed my hands and I was just ripping it. Ripping it.
That's what I do. I carve the beginning, like the obvious parts. And then I break off the leg and get all that meat off. And then after that, I'm just pulling meat off, and like shredding it like a Costco chicken.
Oh yeah, see, I don't even know how to cut a Costco chicken. Like, I'm not slicing or carving it. I'm literally ripping bits.
Yeah.
So, but it's fine. It turned out fine.
You cooked it, but then you had no problems with the actual cooking of it.
No, Erin did that. Her mom brought one, and Erin did the cooking. So I just was in charge of cutting and doing mashed potatoes. Okay. Mashed potatoes.
Oh, I was going to bring that up. So I did it. We had we did it on Friday because we were traveling.
Who'd you do it with?
We had my brother-in-law, his girlfriend over, and then his dad.
Okay.
So it was a good group.
Okay.
And my daughter, we had her too. And
so she celebrated with you guys. Okay.
Yeah. She decided not to go to her friend's house.
Okay.
But so I made everything.
You did?
I did it all. I did turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing. Did really just the basics: cranberry sauce and gravy and some Brussels sprouts. But yeah, so it was pretty down the middle, just Thanksgiving food, nothing crazy. But let me tell you something. We talked about mashed potatoes. I'm just so right about this. It takes, out of everything that I made, it was the hardest thing to do because you had to peel all the potatoes. You have to. There's it's more steps. It takes.
Okay, first of all, just tossing this out there. Just make your nephew do that. Okay, go on next.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my brother-in-law got there exactly when we started to eat, so I don't think that would have worked out.
All right.
But we, it's not worth it. Let me tell you what I would rather have. If I had a plate, you have a plate, right? And you have turkey, gravy, cranberries, whatever green thing, and stuffing, mashed potatoes. I would just rather give all that real estate on the plate to stuffing. It'd be so much better than mashed potatoes. So next time when I'm making Thanksgiving, and if I had my say, I would just buy like way more stuffing, and replace all the mashed potatoes with stuffing.
See, we're just gonna have to agree to disagree because I don't even want turkey. I don't even need the turkey. I just want mashed potatoes and stuffing. You know,
yeah,
we did.
Okay. So at least you're with me on stuffing being
good.
It's like the best part. It is the best part of Thanksgiving. Is this like?
Well,
I feel like I run out of that
potatoes
first on leftovers every time. Like I'm always like, damn it, we're out of stuffing. Before potatoes last forever.
Yeah, I don't think I had any turkey on Thanksgiving. I've eaten it as leftovers, we're having it for dinner tonight and then lunch, but whatever. But here's what we did. I got a 6-pound pork butt, slow cooker all day, and that, oh my God.
That's like cheating.
It's cheating. Who cares?
You just had a better ingredient. It's not fair.
Yeah, it's great. I don't know if that was my topic last week or if I can use it this week, but I'm telling you, turkey, I don't know why we're even eating turkey. Thanksgiving should be a pork butt.
Let me tell you what I figured out with turkey is that the complaint from everybody all the time is that, oh, it's so dry,
Mm-hmm.
And that's because people cook it too long. And the reason why everyone cooks it too long, because they're like, oh, the CDC says it has to be like 180-degree temperature. They go to some insane level. You just got to take some chance. If you want a decent tasting turkey, you've got to take some chances and not cook it to 180-degree internally. Like, you have to be willing to pull it out and just kind of cross your fingers and go, hey, it's juicy. Everyone's going to like it. Salmonella? I don't know. I guess roll the dice, because at least it's going to taste good.
All right, here, let me tell you. This is legit how you don't have to take a chance. You quarter it and you bake it you cook it in the oven at different levels. So you put all the, breasts together, all the legs together. I don't know which, where, or how long. But because I talked to our butcher, that's where we got like this super expensive turkey, because it was like, they knew it was like their pet or something. And so, but if you quarter it and you cook it, like that's why everyone's turkey is dry, is because they cook it all together. And to get this meat where it needs to be, this meat's going to dry out. So you quarter it, you put it on pans, and then you cook it on pans on different levels. That's how you do it.
Is that
so
what
the
you
stuff
did?
that needs to be? No, we didn't do that. I didn't have any, so I don't know if it was dry or not, but it doesn't matter. I'm just acting like I know what I'm talking about, because that's what the butcher told me to do, and I was like, ooh, that sounds good. And then he said that they quarter it for you for $15, and I was like, well, I'm not paying another $15, so that's not happening. But anyone listening, that's knowledge.
If you're willing to do more work than Johnny was.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or just do it the way I did and take a shot.
Right.
Just believe. Believe that
I do that a lot. I do that a lot. I undercook a lot because, what are you going to be sick a couple days? Okay.
And the CDC, what are they? Haven't they been exposed? They don't know what they're talking about.
Thank you. Thank you.
If COVID has taught me anything, nobody knows shit.
Right. It's trust no one.
Yeah. So cook your turkey however you want. But yeah, I think it turned out great. I was like, man, I like turkey if it tasted like this, because when I had it growing up, like, no offense to my grandma or anything, but man, that dry thing, it was like eating like, drywall.
Yeah.
It was like, and you needed so much gravy and cranberries just to make it like everything go down.
Yeah.
But this was, I was very happy with how it turned out. So.
Yeah.
There you go.
Next year, try a pork butt. Do a pork butt.
It feels wrong to me. I can't do it. For Christmas, you can do something like that. I can't do that on Thanksgiving.
People do hams for Thanksgiving, right?
Huh?
Isn't that cheating? Hams? Don't people do a ham for Thanksgiving?
What? No. Who does a ham for Thanksgiving?
I don't know. Aaron told me, well, we could do a ham. And I was like, no, let's do a pork butt.
I actually rank turkey over ham anyway. Ham is like my least. I get nothing out of ham. Do you like ham?
No, I don't care. That's why I went with the pork butt.
Okay, good. All right.
Fine. Yeah. Oh my God, so good.
Ham's on Easter, and then even then, I'm like, do we have to do I guess that's how people feel about turkey on Thanksgiving, but turkey is like synonymous with things. It's literally like the mascot.
I know.
Like
that's what I'm saying. It's time to change it. It should be a big pork butt.
You can't do a big pork butt at the head of the Macy's Thanksgiving parade.
You just like you put this on your paper as a fist. You put your hand in a fist and you trace your fist. You just don't stick your fingers out. You do a fist and then you put a little hole in the middle and that's the
anus.
The anus.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even know. Like, I think the pork butt's the same as a pork shoulder. Some people call it a pork shoulder. I think it's the same thing. Is that not, you disagree? I don't know.
Well, I don't disagree. I don't know, but it seems odd that they would just, this is the butt, this is the shoulder. It's all the same shit. Is it like the McRib where they're like?
Well, I don't know because I mean the different butchers at the same because we go to this place Conscious Carnivore, and it's that's where it's like. They know the animals or whatever.
I like
so everything's like 4 times as expensive, but it's
carnivore.
That's what
like
it's called.
The animal gives a shit.
Yeah.
The intent behind why you're killing it,
murdering it.
It's almost worse. It's like patronizing, It's like, hey, buddy, just so you know, we're gonna kill you and eat you, but we're gonna charge a lot more when we do it. So I hope you understand.
Yeah.
And I put them on the assembly line and shoot them with the bolt gun.
Yeah.
Well, is that because did your turkey have none of it? Because that's what they say. Like the turkeys are so shot up with like antibiotics and.
Yeah,
they get so fat they can't even function.
Yeah, it's not like that. Like ours was like a 10 to 12 pound, which is like small.
Yeah.
Because that's they aren't huge like that. But her mom brought one too. So we had like 2 mini turkeys and then a big pork butt and a lot of.
You just had the pork butt.
Yeah, on Thanksgiving. I had turkey as leftovers in follow-up meals, but just a bunch of buns. You cut the bun in half, the little Hawaiian Kings, stick some pork, pulled pork in there. Oh,
I know. I mean, it sounds great, but I just get back to the point. It's like, the whole challenge of Thanksgiving is to make turkey like really good, and I only have it that one. I never cook a turkey the rest of.
Why? That's what I'm saying. That's this is my topic. Why are we doing that? Because tradition.
Because that's yeah. I guess it's because that's tradition. Yeah, exactly. That's what all traditions are. It's like why are we doing?
If you look at a football game from 30 years ago, the helmets are made out of leather. Well, there's a reason they changed it and made them plastic or whatever the hell they are now. They're improving upon it. It could be like, well, we don't want to mess with the helmets, because it's tradition. This is what people know. Football is for weird tight helmets.
Yeah, but I would say that I do like turkey, but I guess I only like it once. I mean, I do. I think it's like it's right. It's the tradition in the way because it is the right amount to eat turkey. It's like 3 days in a row, once a year. That's how much you want, like a whole turkey. And it's weird too, like deli meat, because you have a turkey sandwich the rest of the year. It's coming from like the little deli meat packages. It tastes nothing like
right.
It has nothing. Like how is this the same meat? It's like it's nowhere in the stratosphere. Where are they getting that? The slimy stuff.
That's what next year. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna give it a bunch of packs of that, whatever it's called, and have it just lay it out.
Put it really decoratively on a huge.
It looks like a charcuterie board.
Pull it out of the oven and put those little chef's hats over the where the legs should be. You should build like a turkey carcass out of turkey deli meat. And see if anybody notices.
Yeah, not going to happen. I'm just going to do a pork butt again. Do you know the story of Thanksgiving?
The Pilgrims?
Yeah.
Sure.
What is it?
For all the Pilgrims came to America and they were struggling, And then the Native Americans said, hey, we'll help you out. And they gave them a turkey and had a big feast. And then they lived through the winter.
Uh-huh. See, I'm just trying to make sure that this is an educational episode.
No, that's not true, right?
I don't know. I didn't even know that story.
You didn't know that story?
Well, I know it's like,
the first Thanksgiving,
Indians and Pilgrims getting along, but I was like, this seems fishy. Whatever.
Well, yeah, of course it's all bullshit, but I mean, you did hear that story at one, like, they all
sure, but why? I mean, that's for it to. I mean, yes. How has it become such a strong? It's one of the main holidays.
You know what was we should look into it, because I just read something where there's like a Civil War divide over like celebrating Christmas or Thanksgiving, and I think the North celebrated Thanksgiving, the South didn't. And then like after the Civil War, they like made it a federal holiday. So that's when it was first a federal holiday. Like Thanksgiving, it was a way to try to like unify like have traditions that the whole country celebrated to bring the country together. And then the South viewed it as this like imposition, like, how dare you give us this holiday? And it was like this whole, it was kind of interesting to read about. Wow. But the original holiday, I don't think any of that's true. Imagine being those, there was probably like a Native American if they did do that, who was like against it, you know? It was like, nah, I don't think we should help them. They seem kind of fishy to me. They seem like they're up to no good. They're like, nah, come on. They're strangers. Just look at them. They're pathetic. They can barely get by. What could happen, you know? And then he gets to be the I told you so guy when they all get smallpox and stuff. It's like, fucking told you. You had to go cook them a big turkey. You had to make them a turkey and stuff. You had to get them through the winter, didn't you? You had to be Mr. Nice Guys, and now look at you. Yeah. Trail of tears.
The old Trail of Tears.
But yeah, it was good. I love Thanksgiving. I love, like, you know, I love the food. I think I do. I think maybe it is. I just love stuffing. I just should start making stuffing more often. Do you make it from scratch, or do you
Aaron made it. Yeah, she brought some, and then her mom brought some too. But it's good. Yeah, Aaron basically did everything.
Yeah. I just made stovetop, but like I put a bunch of shit in it. So I put like celery and no, not actual shit.
Right. I'm surprised that Thanksgiving isn't more of a, because I do like to eat. I mean, we know that. But it's just, if Thanksgiving was if it was tradition to have Five Guys, hands down, that would be my favorite holiday. But they didn't have Five Guys back.
So you honestly, when you're sitting down for a beautiful, put the pork butt in instead of the turkey.
Yeah.
Right? So you're having this beautiful homemade, amazing feast.
Yes.
Pie, the whole thing, right?
Yes.
But I think this is true of you, but you honestly, if you could, in a perfect world, wave a magic wand, and if it was socially acceptable, put a Five Guys in front of you, and you'd rather have that.
It is so socially unacceptable.
It's hard
that I can't even pretend. I can't even answer it honestly.
No, imagine imagine like in Harry Potter, they have those weird invisibility. You're not invisible, but what people are viewing is you eating stuffing and cranberry sauce. But what you're actually eating is Five Guys. If you could make that happen, and everyone's looking at you eating, so nothing's weird at all.
Right.
Would you?
But you have to understand, there are people listening to this podcast that if I answer this question honestly, they'll be like, that is really pathetic and sad. I'm going to have to answer that question in post-show banter.
Well, you've answered it. That answer is an answer, and now we know. It's just so funny to me because I love Five Guys, but I also I feel like I appreciate the
No, I do appreciate. You can't have Five Guys every day. Thanksgiving, yes, I will have pork butt on Thanksgiving.
It's so funny. You're like, I will allow once a year if I have to eat this amazing homemade food. Fine. But
right.
No.
I do. It is funny though, because the cliche is, oh, you get tired. Oh, it makes you tired. I didn't even have turkey, and I could only do 2 platefuls, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so full. It was crazy. I feel like any other day, I'm still hungry after.
I go hard. I will say I like don't get sick of the leftovers either. Like Heidi will be eventually be like, really, you're gonna do more Thanksgiving food?
Oh yeah, I'm on your side.
And I could go till it's gone, and then I would do another turkey. I might even, like I say, we always run out of stuffing too fast. That's like something I have to like write down for next year. Just like make way more stuffing than you think. But and I put it in the turkey. Did you do that? Put it in the cavity.
I mean, growing up we always did that, but I think this year when I was cutting the turkey, there was a bunch of like sage and like leafy shit you don't eat that just flavors it somehow, and like lemons squeezed. Yeah, so that's what was in the
Oh, you put that in there. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the stuffing was separate.
This was the first time I actually put it up in there. It does seem like horribly unsanitary, and then you read it and they're like, that's another thing the CDC says don't do that, They don't know.
Why do people do? Why is it just like to cook it?
I think it's to make the stuffing taste better. It's like because then the juices of the turkey drip into the stuffing. Okay. But
did people stay at your house, or was it like they come over for the meal and hang out and then they leave?
They came over for the meal, and then I had a show. It was Friday when we did it, so.
You didn't even do your Thanksgiving meal on Thanksgiving?
No. We were traveling. We went to Montana to visit Heidi's mom and grandfather, but when we had to get back, and so we were traveling on the day of Thanksgiving. We spent it in a no, we were at the house. We I don't know what we had for dinner. I can't remember, like pasta or something. Just because I didn't have any of the ingredients. We'd been in Montana for a week. So then I got up Friday, got everything on sale. It was great. Got like a turkey for 30% off, and yeah, it was perfect. But
you bought the turkey day of or day after?
Day after.
Holy
yeah. There's another thing.
You're not scared of them.
Oh, that horse shit. I'm so sick of that too. The supply crisis. Let me tell you something. There's shit everywhere. Everywhere you go, there's tons of stuff. You want a turkey? There's turkeys today. There's turkeys yesterday. There's going to be turkeys tomorrow. Like, there's lots of turkeys. There was like 500 turkeys for me to choose. There was frozen ones left. There were turkeys in a bag. There were the fresh one. I got a fresh one. I never buy a fresh turkey, but I bought a fresh one because it was 30% off. I knew they had to get rid of them,
Yeah.
I was like, there you go.
Nice.
Supply. This is such a joke. Everyone's like, oh, I might not be able to get my, Transformer toy or whatever. There's going to be stuff. I guarantee you, it'll be there. They're going to have so much shit to sell you. Everyone just settle down.
You think you could get your hands on a PS5 right now?
Well, there you go. But they intentionally, I think they do that on purpose.
Yeah, that's like Jordan. That's like Jordan's. Oh,
totally. It's the VIP. It's the nightclub line where there's only actually like 8 people inside the club, but they have a line outside to make you think that it's like the hot spot. I don't even know why you want a PS5 so bad. Are there any games right now that you would want to?
No, I only say that because I was at Target twice today, and they're sold out of PS5s. I have a PS4 and a Switch. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I don't need.
Yeah, I did see that was the one thing I saw. It's like they're going for like $4,000 or something
for a PS5.
Yeah, like in the secondary.
Yeah,
I was like, you're such a moron if you do that. I just can't.
Yeah, wait a month or 2 months.
I know.
Whatever.
But anyway, so people didn't stay over. They, I had a show that night, so they came to the show, and then they went their separate ways. So
okay. We had a full house. We had my sister and her family, which is 5 kids, 2 adults, plus my brother. So him, his wife, and his 2 kids, and they all stayed over Thursday night with my 3 kids. So it was a full house, but it was fun.
Hectic. It's fun. Yeah. And then everyone gets out in the morning, or how long do they?
My brother, his family that live in Milwaukee, they left the next day. And half of my sister's family left that day because they took 2 cars, and then my sister left this morning with the 2 youngest kids. Yeah, but it was a good long visit, and like my kids and their cousins was like in heaven.
Oh yeah, getting to party.
Yeah,
raise hell.
Yeah, our house was basically destroyed, but whatever.
Break stuff.
You work so hard to clean. For a company, and then when it's all over, you're like, wow, this is the messiest our house has ever been. And
It's like the people we cleaned for clearly do not appreciate a tidy.
It's my kids that mess it up. Oh my God.
Yeah. It was what we had. So we had like my brother-in-law's dad over, and both my brother-in-law and they don't care. They're not like, I've seen their respective houses, and I was like, we're not gonna break our backs to impress.
Yeah, they know me. They know it's fake. If they come over and it's clean, something's fishy.
Right. Want to make them feel at home. So, anyway. Oh, hey. What have been going on about Thanksgiving?
Oh, I know.
Too long.
Let's get our fans involved.
Let's get to some listener backups. It's the holiday season.
Yeah, we always say leave feedback, and we will eventually get around to mentioning it. Here we are 5 weeks later.
Yeah, these are pretty late. But you go ahead. Start with Kevin's, and then I'll go with
all right, so this is Kevin Borngreeby's from, we'll just pretend recently.
You literally just said October 27th. But whatever.
Okay, thanks for continuing to make me laugh. Love the podcast. I do need backup on something. Saying thoughts and prayers is just like saying happy holidays. Thoughts are prayers, and prayers are just thoughts, depending on who you are. Okay. All right. So I'm confused.
I think he's saying like, because happy holidays is like the cop out, right? Like it's like you don't want to say, happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas because you want to.
Right. Oh, it's just it's a vague blanket.
So it's a catch-all.
Yeah.
And so it's the same thing with thoughts and prayers, because you're like, hey, keep them in your prayers. If that's all you said, then you're like, well, what about the people who don't believe in prayer? But then if you said, hey, keep them in your thoughts, what about the people who don't believe in thinking?
Yeah, what about dumb people?
No, I should credit my buddy John Ozale. I don't know if you know him, but he had a great joke where he's like, he would say, quit lumping thoughts and prayers together. They're natural enemies. But I agree with Kevin, but I don't know what. So what do you say instead? So if let's say your pet turkey died, and then it's like keep, thoughts and prayers for Johnny and his family. I don't know what you're supposed to say. I guess he's saying just pick a lane. Like just go.
Yeah. Say, I might. You know what? I'm gonna pray to my Catholic God tonight for your loss.
Yeah, way more specific. Please pray to But I think if you're a thought guy, you just say thoughts. Just do it from your own perspective. And if you're a prayer guy, say prayer.
Well, what do you know what I do? This is what I personally do. I base it on my relationship with who I'm talking to. You know what I mean? If it's family, then I'll whatever. I'll I don't know, say something, more specific. But if it's like, an acquaintance, I'll just say, you and your family will keep them in my thoughts, just because.
So you say thoughts.
I do.
So you're picking. So you are picking a lane.
I am. If I don't know, because if they're like, you're gonna pray to no one for nothing. Okay, well, thanks. But I also put myself in their shoes, because when I have lost, I don't know what I'm worried about. No one's ever lost their dad and been like, how dare you bring religion into consoling me? You know what I mean?
Totally.
I think the person giving it thinks way too hard.
I think I'm going to start saying prayer, because I think I would rather have thoughts really give me nothing. Like if you say, well, keep you in your thoughts, it's like, well, thanks, but how does that helping me at all? Now, prayers, you may not believe in prayer. Some people might not believe in prayer. And maybe even if you do believe in it, maybe it's not real. But at least there's the chance a prayer is helping me out. There's some.
That's good logic.
There is some chance that a prayer can help me win the lottery or whatever whatever you're praying, maybe something more noble, like help me get through this tough time. If God is listening, that prayer might hook me up. A thought, I don't see how a thought ever really gets to me, other than if you think to like donate to my GoFundMe or something. Like, I don't know what else a thought gets me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know. But I mean, I also think like, I don't know. I feel like it's nice when someone's like thinking. It's like the whole Facebook birthday. It's like, oh, you say happy birthday. Oh, that's nice. All these people are thinking of me on my birthday. I was like, oh, they thought of me on my birthday.
Yeah, but it doesn't help that they're thinking of you. It helps that they tell you that they're thinking of you.
That's correct.
You have to like, if I just think.
Well, I don't. I mean, to be full disclosure, when I tell someone I'm thinking of them, I'm not thinking of them at all.
Right. Well, like, and if you say you're praying for somebody, does everybody actually sit down and pray for when they say we'll keep you in our prayers? How many people have said they're gonna pray and then don't pray? That's what I want to know. That's kind of messed up.
That's true. That's a depressing thought.
So I think I'm backing up Kevin in the sense that I will say that.
Well, what do you say though? What do you say?
I usually probably just avoid them until the unpleasantness passes. Ooh.
Seems like they're going through a dark time. I'll take a time out from this.
Awkward.
Yikes.
Okay. No, I think that's interesting. I think that I don't know if I say either. I don't know. I can't tell you what I would say. I probably thoughts. I think if I'm like thinking back, I'd probably say thinking of you, or an emoji, a heart emoji. Yeah. I'm big on those. That conveys the message.
Yeah, the eggplant emoji where it's kind of down, where it's going down instead
it's
of
like sad.
Yeah, it's a sad eggplant.
My penis.
My dick is limp for you.
I've gone limp in your honor.
I say I'm sorry for your loss. That's what I do. I say I'm sorry for your loss.
That's it. Sorry for your loss. Yeah. Or I'll say, and what I've said before too is like, I'll say that it's unfair. I'll like, because I like when I'm feeling bad, I don't want someone to tell me like it's gonna be okay or it's all gonna work out. You'll see. Because I'm like, you don't know. Yeah. It could go horrible. So I'll say what I like to hear is just like, yeah, that sucks. It's very unfair. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think I just say I'm sorry. I don't think I say thoughts or prayers.
Yeah. And now upon closer inspection, I think that's what I say too.
Yeah. So
Kevin,
just go avoid the thoughts and prayers. If you're gonna say prayer, here's my advice. Kevin's right. Pick one, what you're actually gonna do. If you really are gonna pray, that's great because who knows? That could benefit them.
Yep.
But you better actually pray too. You can't say you're gonna pray and then not pray. That's messed up. Or just the trusty eggplant emoji.
Yeah, exactly. But make sure it's pointed down.
Make sure it's pointed down.
And you don't want to be disrespectful.
No, please.
Your dead grandmother gave me a boner. Right?
It's like you're trying to title the episode. Now I can't use that because anyway. Okay, and then
that's so funny because I never think about the title because I don't name it, and so I never think about it until you, like while we're recording. I never think of that.
No, I won't use it again to like let.
But even when you send me the file, I don't know it. I don't know it unless I go on the app.
I don't title it to like write about when I'm about to post the episode because I'm very lazy and I procrastinate. But then. That's just to let people know, little peek behind the curtain. Heidi has been critiquing the titles lately. I think they were a little too blue for a while. And then the last one we just did was it sounds gross when you just read the title, but it's in reference to something very innocent.
What was the title?
It's it doesn't work unless you swallow it, or it's not good unless you swallow it.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, we're talking about food enjoyment.
Yes. but it sounded funny.
It sounds like you have a dirty wife, to be honest with you.
I do have a disgusting wife.
Ugh.
Just a dirty
Dirty mind.
What's wrong with your dirty wife? Yeah, see, she's got a dirty mind. That's it. But
all right, so do you want to do Kyle's? We're on.
Yes.
We're backing up, Kevin.
We're backing up, Kevin. We're with you, Kevin. And this is kind of on the same bent. I'll skim it, but Kyle, first of all, he thinks we should have our own action figures.
Oh,
like me and you. How cool would that be? I don't know.
They'd be very similar, except one would have longer hair in the back.
Yeah, mine would be a little heavier. It's one of us running
interchangeable Air Jordans or running shoes.
He needs backup for it's dumb when people use social media and say, for my birthday this year, I'm asking for donations to a charity or nonprofit. So have you seen that?
Yes, This is a good topic.
Yeah, it's a very good topic. So 6 times out of 10, he says people are just being fake when they say that's what they want people to do for their birthday. I'd be so mad if someone donated $100 to charity and then didn't get me something of value, equal or greater value. Wow. I think it's great to donate, but supportive, but donation to another organization that is not me should not be a substitute for my birthday gift. So basically what he's saying is he wouldn't like it, but also he doesn't like it when other people do it.
Well, he wouldn't like what if it's his birthday, being the recipient, he doesn't like that.
Yeah, I think what he said, Kyle is saying that he wouldn't want it to, because you choose to go on Facebook and say, hey, for my birthday this year, donate in my honor to this charity, right?
Yeah.
But he's saying not only do I not like it when other people do that, he's like, I don't want to do it myself.
Oh, yeah.
But what I think is so funny about that is like, he's saying, just get me a bicycle or whatever instead. But these are not people that were buying you. That's what's so funny to me. It's like, in what universe did I think I was like, oh, instead of giving you $25, I'll give it to this charity. I wasn't going to buy you
Yeah.
I buy like 4 people in my life a birthday present, maybe, in a good year. You know? Like this idea that these barely acquaintances on Facebook, I'm going to go, oh, yeah, sure, I'll give $50 to some charity I've never heard of. I'm sure it's all on the up and up, you know?
Yeah, because I was going to give it to this acquaintance anyway.
Yeah.
But he wants me to give it to the safety pets conscious, you know.
Yeah, the conscious carnivore.
Yeah.
So, I'm with Kyle. It comes off very like arrogant too. Like some people are still like rocking Facebook and have tons of friends and like on there a lot. I've gotten a weird place where I only use like the fan page element of Facebook, so it's very much less. I see a lot less people.
Yeah.
You know, it's mostly just like either comedians or organizations or something. But I guess there's people out there where they really think, you know, and also it's vulnerable. It's too vulnerable for me. I mean, can you imagine putting it out there like, hey, for my birthday, hey, everybody, listen up. I know you quiet down. I know it's my birthday, and you all want me to give a speech, but just let me take a second here while I have your attention, and instead of buying me a gift, which I'm sure you were all planning to do, go ahead and donate to Planned Parenthood or something. But then what if no one then you have to see and look, what if like
does it show when you do that?
Yeah, you see how much people donate. So it's like then now your birthday is ruined because they're like, people don't like me so much they aren't even willing to give to charity, you know?
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Yeah, it's very, oh, look at me, I'm such a martyr. It should be, they should do, hey, look, instead of leaving a happy birthday comment or trying to find some gif, or meme, don't comment on my wall. Just get something done for yourself. That's more, and then when no one writes on your wall, hey, it worked. I gave everyone a few minutes of their life back on my birthday.
You know what's weird about Facebook is like, I guess this happens in text too, but so some people their only interaction with you is they'll post once a year on your wall.
Mm-hmm.
But then even sometimes people will send a message, like an actual message, and then you look back through all your messages and it's just them saying happy birthday for like the last 7 years, and it's like this is an insane way to communicate with someone. Like, if we're friends enough for you to wish me a happy birthday, don't you think we would throughout the year at some point have something to say to each other?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's awkward, considering that's when I look at my messages to you, that's all it is. When we're off the air, audiences need to understand, when we're off the air, we do not speak.
We have no relationship.
We are enemies.
And Johnny only wishes me a happy birthday, but I do not reciprocate.
Right. I see the check mark that he saw it, and I just keep waiting for the response, and it just never comes.
And then on Johnny's birthday, he's like, "This will be the year Andrew's gonna wish me a happy birthday." I don't even know, when is your birthday?
October 15th.
Oh my God, we've talked about this because I'm October 4th.
Yeah.
Parallel lives.
Parallel lives.
So we're back.
So let's get all right before we. So yes, totally backed up. Can we get a mustache update?
Oh yeah, no, it's still it's not coming back.
Okay, it looks the same as last week, where it's scruff, but it's a little thicker scruff up above.
This is just I haven't shaved in like 3 or 4 days.
I know, but this must come in a lot faster for you.
Well, maybe
it looks
it's like
thicker on above.
Yeah, it might be a lighting situation, but also maybe what it is, like, is that true? Like that thing where like if you grow the hair out for a long time, it comes back stronger. You know,
I don't know.
Like you train it, because I've
that's
been
the only
shaving.
Logic.
Yeah, maybe the mustache has come back stronger because it's used to like coming in, and I let it go for a long time, whereas the rest of this is used to being shaved, so it's like more timid.
Yeah, and I used to be really patchy and have spots, but now I get told, "Oh, I have a thick beard."
Yeah,
and that can only be explained because I just grow it out.
I've never had the thick beard because of that. It scares me because it comes in patchy, but maybe I should just power through. That's what I always thought about, like, you know, like in the movie Castaway or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then I always imagine, like, if I were an actor and they're like, okay, you're going to be in this desert island movie, you need to have like a huge beard. Like, it'd be so embarrassing if you tried to grow a big beard and it just came in super patchy, you know? And they're like, we'll just put a fake beard.
Yeah, we'll get a fake. You can shave. Yeah. We'll take care of it all for you.
You don't look like, but I'm like, this is what I would look like if I didn't shave and they're like, nah, people aren't gonna buy it.
Yeah, this is a movie. We don't care what you look like.
No, the mustache is gone. Because remember I said how stupid my face the first time I shaved. I was like, oh my God, you have a stupid face.
Yeah.
I've immediately gone back the other way. So now I was watching video of myself from doing the album, and I have this big mustache. Like, oh God, you look stupid with that stupid big mustache, you know? So I'm already back to like wanting, like, this is the way my face is supposed to be. I don't know what.
So what you only like it? Yeah, but when you had the mustache, you liked it. It was normal. Yeah. It looked. So now you just can't be clean shaven. It's got to be.
Oh no, I'll clean shave it. Heidi likes a little bit of, so I try to do like I have like a razor with a small, kind of stubble guard thing. So I do that, and it gets pretty close. I mean, I'll go completely clean shaven. I don't care, but I just get lazy. I have nothing to shave. I mean. I just know, what am I shaving for? You know, what's the event?
My brother told me my younger brother, the dentist, is always telling me, he's like, I'm not trying to offend you. I'm just saying you look good with short hair. You look good. I think you should cut your hair. And I've looked at pictures of me with short hair. I mean, one of these days I just say I'm going to show up on the pie, and it will be short just because I'm like, I got bored or whatever. But I saw a picture of clean shaved and like a short haircut. I look like the Lego person. If they did a movie of the Lego person, like, it's just the most. It's just. I mean, now it would be thinner because I weigh less, but like.
You have an actual, if you shaved your head, you would see you have an actual circular divot where you could plug in another Lego on top of your head.
My other brother said that here's what I look like in the picture that I sent them. I look like if they made. Have you seen Wreck-It Ralph?
Yeah. Or, I mean, I've seen.
Fix It Felix? Character?
No, I'm not that familiar with Wreck-It Ralph.
I don't think you've seen Wreck-It Ralph because.
Well, I've seen like part of it, I guess.
They could cast me as Fix It Felix. He's like a nerdy nerd.
Let me tell you something, though. So this is just my experience knowing you. So the only pictures or I think times I've seen you, I don't know if I've ever seen you clean shaven, short hair. The only thing I can think of is the headshot that still gets used for you sometimes, where you're like significantly heavier in that headshot.
Okay.
So you're like clean shaven, short hair, and you have like a bigger head, bigger face. And now you're like Mr. Prefontaine or whatever. And so I have no idea what if you shaved and went short hair now, yeah, I mean, look at that.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's like a totally different person. Because I don't know.
Like
I don't recognize that person because that's a bigger dude,
Yeah, that's true.
That's like how my face is now, And so I'm almost curious to see what you would look like now if you shave the beard and cut the hair.
Yeah. Well, next time I have to get a driver's license.
It is like you're being you're supposed to be in Castaway. Like you've grown a big beard, long hair, and you lost a ton of weight. It's like you're deserted on a deserted island.
I look at this is like reminiscent of when I was in college because when I was in college, I had like turbo what's it called? Your body process metabolism, and I had long hair. I mean, I look like Jesus because I've read. Well, I look like the portrayal of Jesus. And
yeah. Wait, that's the
every time Jesus comes up nowadays, it's actually he would look nothing like that. Same with Columbus Day. Columbus actually raped and killed.
That'd be funny if people confused it. Like, actually Columbus was black. Like, what?
Columbus was Middle Eastern, and people don't realize that.
Well, yeah, it's like I don't know. Anyway, I think it's funny that like Columbus Day is no longer Columbus. Maybe it is in the Midwest still. Is it still Columbus Day, or have they changed it?
I think. What did they change it to?
Well, so Indigenous Peoples Day, I thought.
Yeah.
But then Thanksgiving comes around, and they're like, at least here in Portland, Friday at least is Indigenous Peoples. So I feel like these Indigenous peoples just get thrown anytime there's like a horrible white person from history. Like, yeah, go ahead and slap the Indigenous Peoples Day on top of that one too. Like, eventually all the holidays are going to be Indigenous Peoples Day because they're going to like, oh yeah, and Santa Claus actually, raped and murdered millions of people. What a dark hard copy that would be. Santa Claus rapes and murder longtime wife, Mrs. Claus. No, but like every holiday is gonna, 4th of July is actually evil, everything. So Indigenous Peoples Day is gonna be like you got to come up with new.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can still celebrate Native Americans, but you got to come up with their own. And there's no nobody tells you what to do on Indigenous Peoples Day. There's not like Thanksgiving. We're like, yeah, we watch football, we make a turkey or a pork butt if you're not a traditionalist.
That's right.
And that's how we celebrate. But what do you do for Indigenous Peoples Day? They got to come up with like a fun. We don't love
just acknowledge it and feel good about yourself.
Yeah, people. Yeah, you got to like come up with some sort of meal or game. The Easter eggs. I mean, that's great, right? You got to have something like that to hook us on it.
We should start posting on Facebook. Hey, this year for Indigenous Peoples Day, you know what? I want you to donate to charity instead of getting Indigenous people.
I know you're going to spend a bunch of money and a bunch of plastic crap for Indigenous Peoples Day and buy a bunch of Indigenous Peoples Day decorations you don't need and a bunch of Indigenous people lights that are just going to blink out. Instead, why don't you send that money to somebody who
to the conscious carnivore.
To the conscious carnivore. Surely a white guy who runs a butcher shop.
A bunch of white college guys that started a business
and charge $120 for a turkey.
Yeah. We haven't even gotten to our back. I mean, I don't know, if mine was the turkey. I don't know if
yours was the turkey. I feel like my topic sucks. I think my topic, Indigenous Peoples Day, needs an activity. The more I talk about it, the stronger I believe in it. Like it needs like I'm gonna think about
what should it be? What would it be?
That's what I want. And it's got to be. See, I shouldn't come up with it. It should be like an actual Native American person.
That's
but
right.
Maybe I could work in concert with them, and then but like Uno, that could be the tradition. You play a bunch of
Uno. Potato sack race could be a potato sack race.
Potato sack race is great. I feel like again, I don't want to be insensitive to like incorporate the like things you think of with Native American, like teepees and all that stuff. So I'll leave that to the
potato sacks.
Yeah, is that insensitive? That's.
Are we gonna get canceled, Andrew?
Yeah. You go up to the res and they're always racing in their potato sacks. Just the dumbest racist ever. What if you're a racist and you just thought everybody was in potato sack? I'm sick of these Mexicans and all their potato sack races. I'm like, why? Do you think everyone's racing in potato sacks all the time? But no, yeah, we should think about some cool activities. Or like, what's the food you'd want? Because what's the food you wish there was?
Maize. Where we just eat maize. And children draw pictures of maize.
So stupid. Isn't that funny? That's the one word. The one word we all learned. The only Native American word anybody learned was maize. Why? Why was that the only?
I don't know.
You don't know the word for corn in any other language. You know what I mean? Spanish. Right. I don't know the word for corn. It's
is it maize?
German. Is it maize?
Maybe it's maize.
It's so stupid. But it's just weird that we don't know.
Yeah.
How they always say like Eskimos have like 5,000 words for snow or whatever, but I don't know one of them.
That's true. Snow, flurries.
No, their own words, Johnny. They don't use our words. Water, cold water, sky ice. They have their own. That's the point. They have their own language. Oh man, just a shitload of corn. It's just a whole meal. Corn on the cob, corn dogs. You could do what's the all maize plate? Corn
on the cob.
Corn on the cob. Corn dog.
Like a pile of it off the cob.
Yeah, you scraped off for like people with bad teeth.
And then like what about when it's all ground up like cornmeal?
Yeah, corn chips.
Corn chips. Oh yeah.
Some Fritos.
Fritos. Yep.
Yeah, that's it. That's not a bad. I mean,
a good meal.
Yeah, I'm having that.
Sure. I think we're making a difference this week.
I think this is gonna go somewhere. The next Indigenous Peoples Day is gonna be a lot more fun. Let me put it that way. Because it's actually
did you prepare your own maize or did you buy it?
Buy it frozen. I bought it in a bag.
Yeah, I had to get it like a week early because there was a scare that they were gonna be out of maize this year.
It's gonna be a maize shortage. Oh, I got it. What if you built an actual maze?
Ooh.
Like as the activity. So through your decorations, every house, it's like Halloween. Every house builds a maze, and then like the kids come by and complete. And if you get through the maze, you get a corn. You get a corn on the cob. Yeah.
No, they do corn mazes. Ooh, that's a double. Yeah.
Double maze. A maze.
A maze.
Maze.
Yeah.
We're off to the races on this.
We are off to the races.
I am so excited for the next Indigenous Peoples Day. Okay.
I just hope we get credit for it.
Huh?
I just hope you and I get credit for it.
Well, or not. No, like I say, we have to partner with someone who's actually Native American, and
yeah,
they can give us feedback. But because my point is that it's actually now the way it's set up, it's not respectful. It's not respectful to just say, just throw Indigenous Peoples Day on top of these old holidays and act like that's doing anybody, because you're just giving it lip service. You're not actually creating something.
Right.
I want to create something that's actually celebrated,
Yeah. We want people to make mazes in their homes and then eat maize
out of corn and then eat it. And I want, because like you know what you want? You want it to be so fun that annoying people come around and go, "Hey, you know, Indigenous Peoples Day is not just about making a maize out of corn and eating it later, okay? Remember the reason for the season." You know?
2 white guys on a podcast a long time ago
needed something to talk about.
And that's why we celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day. How we do.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah.
Pilgrims, Thanksgiving, brought it all home, brought it all together.
Yeah.
How about that?
We're good. We are good.
Thank you everybody for listening. Also, like you heard, Kyle and Kevin, leave those reviews. Tell us what you need.
5-star reviews. If it's less than 5 stars, we ignore it.
Oh yeah, 5-star. Only 5 stars. And Patreon.
And we can do plugs. I will be at the Comedy Shrine, the Comedy Shrine, December 10th and 11th in Aurora, Illinois, and Omaha, Nebraska, Funny Bone, December 22nd and 23rd.
Okay, I'll be in, let's see, this weekend, be in Hood River on December 3rd. Here in Portland, December 4th. Just check out my calendar for the exact locations. And then somewhere in Bismarck, North Dakota, December 10th and 11th. How close is that to you?
I don't know, but it's like 11 hours. But I have been getting nonstop offers from corporate gigs. I've gotten like 4 offers from different companies to go to Bismarck.
Yeah, this is a funny business thing. I think it's kind of a hybrid. It's like a weird event center, but there's 2 nights. I think they like book a lot of private parties in the same place or something. I can't quite figure it out.
I will be in Dickinson, North Dakota, January 26th.
There you go, North Dakota boys.
Yeah, look at us.
Never been to Bismarck, so this will be quite the time. Bring your coats. All right, that's it. Stay tuned. Patreon listeners, post-show banner coming up. And everybody else, if you want to get in on that, join the Patreon. Okay, that's it. See you next time.
Thanks for listening to
The Cavalry.